And a little while back, you said that there would be a caucus on the transgender bill. And
we haven't had a formal caucus, but we've had extensive discussions about it. As many of you know, I am in favor of the legislation, and we're going to be discussing it.
When did you become in favor of the legislation? Because I was not aware of that.
Well, I think if you take a look, I sponsored one of the meetings wherein the legislation was discussed. So, whatever, I am in favor of the legislation.
So you support transgender access to public accommodations?
Yes, that's
segregated public
that's
accommodations.
What that means, right? Thank you.
Has it been tough getting the votes to bring that to the floor?
The transgender?
Yep.
I think I'm not sure if it's going to be tough getting votes as much as I think possibly educating folks exactly what it means. That's what I've been hearing from members themselves. I think they're looking for more information than anything else right now.
Any way that this is going to come up tomorrow, or is this going to be something that's handled?
I wouldn't suspect it would.
Would it be a priority next year?
I think I have some more discussions with members to see where they are on it before we discuss when and if it will come up.
Advocates are worried that if this isn't taken up by Wednesday, it's just going to be tabled since next year is an election.
That's not the intent. But again, I still think we've got some homework that has to be done. And I think the members have some questions that have to be answered before I think that they feel comfortable moving ahead.
Why is it that so few pieces of legislation have gone to the governor's desk this session?
I don't think there have been few pieces. I think that if you take a look, I think that our body of work this year has been good. I think you also have to look at the fact that now we're into a 2-year session, and therefore I think you have to look at the session as a whole of 2 years, and then you would state whether the session was a good one or wasn't particularly good. I think that if you consider the fact, obviously, I think the first couple of months, I think most of our meetings were discussions of snow and trying to straighten out the MBTA, which I think we did a great job in doing when you consider we put in the control board and we gave the governor some other tools to control costs at the T, which hopefully is going to improve the T. We also had the fiscal crisis of having to make some serious cuts, which we have and which we did, and of course the budget is always a major issue. The biggest piece of legislation that we take up, and I think today and tomorrow you're seeing two of the biggest pieces, two major pieces of legislation that will be taken up.
Thanks, guys. Go ahead. So, sure.